Salutations everybody, Teamforge back with another build guide for World of Warcraft Hardcore Classic. Today I want to talk about how you actually level a rogue, because even though my main is Warlock, I played rogue a lot. I really enjoy this class and I think this could be a great class maybe for you. But before we start, say hello to my dead rogue that died at level 55. Not a big deal, right? Nah, that character died to a vanished bug that I didn't know of. Now I know this bug and I will never do this quest again. Anyways, let's go into the build. In the Warlock guide I had two builds. For the Rogue, in my opinion, there's only one. The reason for that is the choice of weapon. Wait a second. If you look at... I even found this crazy dagger, I think at level 43 or something. Which you think, wow, this thing is amazing. You will ambush for 1 million damage. You sometimes do, but you sometimes don't. And if you don't, then your damage is really bad. Of course, you can switch the weapons all the time, but I don't want to do this. I'm too lazy. So even with this thing and finding this solo self-mode, I thought, oh my god, this is the craziest thing ever. And everybody says in the guild chat, I'm so jealous. You're not. There's a good offhand weapon. I like the proc sometimes when it procs. But that's it. I think that leveling with combat is just the way to go. It's way more reliable, it does a lot of damage, it's just a lot of fun, to be honest, and I think this is just the best way. If you like daggers, more power to you, but somebody would ask me how do I level my rogue, I would always go with swords or with maces, depending what I find. I would go with combat. So how do you skill that rogue? If you're level 10, you get your first skill point and then onwards until level 60. What I always would do, what gives you the most power early on, is putting 2 points in Remorse's attacks. That would just mean that you will crit with your first Sinister Strike, and you use Sinister Strike basically all the time. Just way more often, this is just a nice damage boost. You can skill later out of this if you want, but I think this is the most powerful thing you can have in the early stages. Always pick the first 2 points into this. Second, I would max this out. The Sinister Strike then is not that expensive anymore, you can spam this more often. And that's something a lot of people don't skill, is this, Improved Gouge. This is one of the best tools to your disposal that you have to just get away. You can even do this and then bandage yourself, and the bandage will tick through almost entirely. This has a very short cooldown. I think it's like, yeah, it's like 10 seconds or something. This thing is crazy. Great thing to have. The next thing we want to do is rushing repose, and then we have to put a lot of boring points into parry. Yeah, I know this is not fun. You want to do damage, right? But we want to have repose. This is the most broken ability that I think in almost every tree for every class in Classic. This thing only costs, I think, like 10 energy or something. It hits like a truck and it disarms. This will decrease the damage enemies do, and it does a ton of damage. This is an absolute great ability. I absolutely love this thing. You really want to have hit, because hit increases your damage by a lot, but I always take this first. This is just great. Having evasion and sprint. Yeah, I'm talking Denglish here a little bit. Having sprint and evasion up more often is just a very nice addition to your very great arsenal of survival skills. You can just sprint more often, getting faster to certain things, or just get away from enemies, right? And evasion is just absolutely amazing. Having evasion up should always mean you can always kill like 2 enemies if you want. The great oh shit button. If you want to be very safe, then you could put 2 points into improved sprint. This would just mean that every route, every net you get, you can just sprint out of this. If you press sprint, everything that roots you into place or slows you down is just gone. But, you know, if you know this game a little bit, I want to have damage before that, so I will scale this. This is very good. Having extra hit just increases your damage by so much. This is just basically where you put your points when you don't really have anything else to do. You can put now points into this. You can scale out this. At this point, this is just way more safer. You can just skip it if you want. I play it, you know, I like it. Night Fury is one of the main reasons you go combat. You can always kill 2 targets with this. This is a great damage boost. Even on elites, you just do a lot more damage. It's a very nice cooldown. I really like it. And then you just push more points into this. Then you of course take this. This would just mean you hit better with almost every weapon you will have. I mean, you have fists, daggers and swords almost entirely, probably swords and daggers. If you find a cool mace, then yeah, that's kind of unlucky, I would say. But it's very unlikely. I mean, you can trade, you can buy a cool sword. They're very good quest rewards for Scarlet Monastery or Resolve and Downs. So you'll probably have a sword in your main, and I mean, Thrash Blade, Maraudon, right? You would probably get value out of. Yeah, and then you get this. This is just another kind of boring pick. You just do 6% more damage with your main stuff. And then you take Adrenaline. This is a cooldown where you just blast everything with. So if you have this and you do a combination with this and Blade Flurry and Evasion, you can kill basically everything you want. You will punch so hard, it's absolutely disgusting. I love it. Of course, you can, if you want, put a point into this. Yeah, it's 10% more damage for your offhand, whatever, right? I want to have more crit. How about more crit? Crit sounds very nice. If you have this, you want to rush having improved slice and dice because you use slice and dice a lot. You basically open with Garrote, and then I always press slice and dice directly after. This is just a nice damage increase. Your poisons at this point that you will have, they just proc more often. And then I just probably max out this. I take Relentless Strike the second I can get this thing. This is very nice. Again, you start with Garrote, you get like a combo point there. Then you press Slice and Dice with 1 combo point up. This is absolutely fine if you have this skilled improved Slice and Dice. And this, then you always have a chance. This is there's something wrong here. This is a lot of percentage, right? Is it 11 million or something? Anyways, you have a chance to get 25 energy back, which of course boosts your damage a lot. You can smash your Sinister Strike, you just obliterate your target. And then it's basically a little bit up to you. I like having this, that's kind of nice, you know, you get sometimes another combo point back. I just like this. Some people just rush this then. You could of course say, you know what, I will have a lot of swords and then I scale this, but I feel it's not as strong as you might think. It's nice sometimes to have an extra hit, but it's not like a warrior that you actually get your main resources from. You just have one extra hit. And then you're missing out on other things you kind of want to have, right? Maybe on aggression or something. I feel it's not really worth it. That's my final build. I leveled like that. And even though this character died at level 55, that character didn't die because the build was bad. It was just... There's a quest with Chromie where you have to summon at some Zelos, some maggots you have to kill, and they have a chance to respawn after you kill them. They put a very nasty debuff on you, which slows you for 50%. And I killed, I think, like 7 of them until I was really... All my cooldowns were gone. My health pad was gone. I was even used the banish, and I just wanted to get away. I sprinted away and pressed vanish, but because those mobs were summoned, some summoned mobs, they ignore that you pressed vanish. And then I got the debuff again, they catch up to me, and I died. So don't do this quest. just don't. Anyways, I hope you have fun with Rogue. I absolutely love Rogue. That is my melee of choice. It's very fun to sneak around, you know, use stealth a lot. Pickpocketing is absolutely crazy. Don't take alchemy, that was a big mistake. You don't need this on a rogue. Take something else. You get so many health pots, you basically have to vendor them because you have so many of them. Pickpocketing give you plenty of those. Press like if you like it, obviously, and just subscribe for more World of Warcraft hardcore content. I will keep those videos coming, you know, just all the goddamn time. But anyways, I'm ranting here, sorry for that. I wish everybody a great day, have fun in World of Warcraft Hardcore as always, and I see you there. Take care everybody, and don't die.